I never know if I'm supposed to speak first or if you're supposed to speak first because you yelled at me one time because you had something to say and then I interrupted you. So am I supposed to, is it me or is it, you tell me, it's your show. I don't know.
I had nothing today. I had that one. It was just one time.
The not so Ramblin Gramlin show. All right. Hello,
Yeah.
you fucks. Welcome to the show. It's the Ramblin Gramlin show, your weekly source for audiobook news and updates and me making fun of listen. So that's what so today it's I like ice cream, I mean coffee, Melissa Gramlin. That's it's because you can't this seems to be a pretty common thing where like you can't just drink the coffee. You got to have like the cream and the sugar and the give me a mocha frappuccino, double latte, espresso bowl. Maybe put a little bit of coffee in there on the top and not too much. That's kind of seems.
The only thing I get from Starbucks is a mocha cookie crumble.
Jesus. It's ice cream. It's fucking ice cream. That's what it is. Mocha cookie.
Well, I don't drink it very often.
Okay, so mocha means chocolate, I think, right? Is that what mocha means?
Yes.
Cookie crumble, well, we know what those are. And frappuccino, what does that indicate on top of it? Is more sugar?
It's iced.
Iced.
Probably.
All right, so
it's
mocha,
like a cappuccino frothy. I don't know.
So a chocolate cookie crumble cold. Where does it say coffee? Where's coffee in there?
It's not really coffee.
I know, it's not.
Coffee.
It's not at all. So, anyways, hello. Sorry,
This is coffee.
Yeah, what's in it?
Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly. That's not fucking coffee, dude. I'm sorry. It's like when you speak to somebody from Mexico and then you take them to Taco Bell for Mexican food. It just doesn't. That's just not it. It's not the same thing. Sorry.
Anyway, hi Jamie, hi Emma,
yeah,
hi Lotta, Sandy, Tracy, Zuka. I just call her Z.
Z, that's
I can't
easier.
Say her name.
Well, yeah. Zuka's complicated. My neighbor has this Mustang and I forgot. Normally we record this about an hour earlier than we're doing right now, but like every day at this time, like he fires up that fucking Mustang and it's like in the background.
Well, we've got people putting in trailers down that way.
Yeah,
and
that's east, right?
They're building up steps. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just guessing. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please go ahead. You got people putting in trailers down the street. You could
well,
talk
actually,
a
they're
bit
they're putting in the steps right now.
Do they put in the steps first and then the trailers, or the trailers first?
And they put the trailer first, put the concrete blocks underneath it, and then a few weeks later, now they're putting in steps.
Yeah, so the concrete blocks, those are like the foundation. That's like and then okay.
Not very sturdy.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a mobile home, or mobile if you're from Alabama. We've got the new releases. I think that's what we're supposed to talk about here, and let's get into it. You're in charge here. You say the releases, and afterwards I'll make some joke, and we'll move on to the next one. All right?
Well, we've got. I think the first one is one that missed the deadline last week.
No, are you saying I messed up the graphic? No, I didn't.
No.
That's number one. Okay. So by the way, I wanted to ask you about this. What is because you do this sometimes and I don't understand. Our week is from Wednesday to Tuesday, right? Wednesday to Thursday. So it's Thursday to Wednesday is what it is. That's how we're counting.
That's it. Right? There you go.
Excellent. Yeah. So how is a book it comes out on like Wednesday afternoon? Is that the way it works where it slides into this category?
This one it's basically after I send you everything. It popped up and said, yeah, I'm here.
But wouldn't that just be on the next week? I don't understand what the classification is. But it came out on
when did it come out? It came out.
My notes say the 19th. The 19th. Yeah. So there's one day in between that doesn't get counted for some reason, I guess. I don't understand.
It just came, like I said, it came out right after I sent you everything and I could not put it in there. So
Right. So instead of counting it for the next week, it counts as didn't make it. It's a strange categorization. Okay. All right. I'm making sure that people understand how this category is. It's important for people to know the rules. Anyways, what this is coming out of his shell. I don't see his shell there, but turtle porn.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Korea, I think CREA Book 6 by J.D. Light, narrated by Scott Rose.
That one came out on the 19th, which is the dead zone. You're dead to me if you come out on the 19th. All right.
Deadline. Yeah.
Then we had
Missing Link, A Proper Education, Book 4 by Reese Everly, narrated by John York.
Sorry, I had a hard time finding my button there for a second. That one came out on the 20th. Then we had
Roommate Arrangement, Divorced Men's Club Book 1 by Saxon James, narrated by Nick J. Russo.
Every time I hear Saxon James' name, I think of like the War of the Roses and people wearing armor and beating the shit out of each other with swords and stuff. That's what I think of.
Okay. All right.
Then we had Blood on the Tip. Is that the name of that one?
Blood on Tap.
Oh.
It's a vampire book by Riley Long, narrated by Andrew Morrison.
Right. Then that one came out on the 20th.
Maybe a relation to Jim Morrison. I don't know.
That could be. Well, Jim made his way through Florida at one point and had sex with all the ladies there. Is that correct?
Yeah, and not old ladies, but he got banned from Florida.
Wait, all the ladies... Was all the men too? Was Jim Morrison bisexual? I did not know this.
I don't know that.
Well, which one had you? Was it a man or a woman? Because you're related to Jim Morrison, right? I thought that was part of the story, that Jim came through Florida and he had sex with all the ladies and men, apparently, and he got one of them pregnant, and then years later, Melissa Gramlin was born. By the way, did you notice that I put a G on the end of your name this week? Did you notice that?
Oh, no, I didn't notice that.
It only took me 2.5 months for me to spell your name correctly.
Well, did I send you everything correct this week?
Close. It wasn't too awful bad. You did damn near everything right. The only thing that you did wrong this week was, for some reason, you don't like to put a number on the thing that you're listening to. But it falls in order anyway, so I'm not complaining. I don't need you to change a thing. You're good. It's just my little OCD thing that said, why doesn't she put a number on that one? But yeah, you did perfect. You made your own folder and shit, and you even put the PDF outside. Sorry, this is all insider stuff. I'm OCD. I gotta have things. You can't have just loose files just running amok. That's
okay.
A word,
I'll number it for next time.
That's perfect. You did really good, though. Hey, by the way, didn't you have hair the last time we saw? Now you've just got like a little stubble. Are you trying to?
I got tired of the hair.
Is this like a beard brigade thing where people start shaving their heads to look like me?
No, I've had this. I've had this for like 2 years.
Right. I got you.
And I just hadn't had the time to get it buzzed.
Buzzed. Yeah. By
Finally
the way,
got it.
I think that Emma actually just said "fuck you" and left from the crowd. That's hilarious to me. So after the 20,
no, Z had to leave.
Oh, that's what it was. Blood on the Tip came out on the 20th. Then we had... Oh, sorry.
Tap, not tip. Okay, I had to have help with this one. It's pronounced she, as in her, she. I don't know. The Incubus Saga, Book 3 by Amanda Mewison. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to have help with that one.
Narrated also, I have listed here, narrated also by Amanda Mewison. Now, was that? So
yeah,
is this...
she narrated it too.
It's an MM audiobook, is that correct?
It is, because it came out with the MMs.
Now, a couple things. One, I thought you said chi, which is why I was putting up the fist, because that's the chi.
No,
it's
she.
Like... Oh, but it's she, yeah. Which actually, I knew that one. That is Gaelic. And in Gaelic, nothing ever sounds the same, ever is the way it's spelled.
Yeah, Cheryl had to tell me that too.
Yep. The only reason I know it is because M.A. Grant decided to torture me for an entire 3-book series once with Gaelic, which actually I kind of enjoyed learning. It's different than French. With French, they kind of tease you, and it's like a half tease. It's like if they put 2 letters, like it could sound the same, but maybe not. With Gaelic, they don't even pretend to sound the same. Sidhe, she. Like, they don't even pretend to make the letters sound like they're supposed to.
She.
That one came out on the 21st. Then, then next we have, there we go.
Cornelius Warlocks of Amherst, Book 1 by Taylor Ryland. She's a very good author. I love her. Narrated by Michael Furiolo.
Didn't have to have help with that one, did you? That one came
I
out
can
on
say it. I just can't spell it.
Yeah. Now, Taylor Ryland, I don't think I've read any Taylor Ryland before because she ain't paid me, but is there another, it seems like that name's come up a lot. Was there a series that you particularly liked from Taylor Ryland?
Yeah, she had this series that Michael Dean narrated. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the series. It's been a while, but I really enjoyed it. It had like firefighters and policemen and
Cox. It
suspense.
had Cox. I think that's what you're trying to say. It had Cox, and well, that makes sense. I know you're into Cox. Next we have
Fire on the Island by Daniel Elijah Sanderfer, narrated by Kevin Earlywine.
Not the late wine. No one wants the late wine. And now they're saying that it was a Guns and Hoses. Was that the name of the series? Was that really a name of the series? Guns and Hoses? That'd be a great name for a series. If it wasn't, it is now. Somebody's going to write it if it isn't already out. Apparently it is. Yeah, that's Taylor Ryland's series, Guns and Hoses. I can only assume that she's talking about Cox with the hoses line there, but that's just, I know where these things go. By the way, this one, Fire on the Island, came out on the 21st. Then next we have?
We have The World Traveler by Claire Castle, narrated by Curtis Michael.
And that one came out on the 21st. Then we... Really? Okay.
We have Throwing a Hissy Fit. CREA Book 7, because I cannot say that word, by J.D. Light, narrated by Scott Rose.
I think it's got to be Kriya. And if there isn't a Sassy Omega in that book, I lost $20. That one came out on the 21st as well. Then we had
Sean's Salvation, Main Men, Book 5, by Casey Wells, and narrated by John Solo.
You got that name right. That one came out on the 24th, and that one is a tearjerker. So be careful going into that one. Don't go in without some Kleenex, and not to clean up the cum, although there is cum too, but it's definitely a tearjerker.
Lately, I've been hearing about people using shirts, not Kleenex. So
using shirts, not Kleenex.
Shirts, yeah. Dirty shirts.
That's much more common, I think, than the Kleenex. I mean, you're going to wash it anyways. It's already dirty. I mean, I hear tell of people using boxer shorts too. I don't know if that's
yeah.
I didn't read.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Somebody needs to do wet wipes one day.
Yeah, wet wipes is far better. Except when you get did you know that they make wet wipes with alcohol in them? Sometimes I did not know this. I know it now. Yeah.
Did you try it?
I'm saying maybe somebody did, and maybe somebody will never fucking do that shit again, and maybe somebody wrote into Amazon and complained. But anyways,
non-alcoholic wet wipes.
Yeah. By the way, did you know that non-alcoholic beer is for non-alcoholics? I also didn't know that one.
I did.
Next we have
Alibi, Brantley Walker, Off the Books, Book 5 by Nicole Edwards, narrated by Tor Thom and Charlie Ongle.
Tor Tom. I think it's Tom. Thom Tom. I think I know that you would think it would be Thom, but I'm pretty sure it's Tom. I
said Tom last time, and somebody said it might be Thom.
Well, it might be, but I don't think it is. It's not Gaelic, but yeah, that might be French. I don't know. After that,
He's got a deep voice.
He does have a deep voice.
We have Moonflower.
Got a little comment in your throat there?
Apparently. Moonflower, Faded Series, Book 1 by Christina Lee, narrated by Agi Toma.
And that one came out on the 25th. Then we had
a lot come out on the 25th. Twisted Pretty Things, Shadows of London Series, Book 1 by Ariana Nash, narrated by Cornell Collins.
That one's also the 25th. Cornell, I think, is a British narrator. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah, he sounds British. He sounds way more British than I sound when I try and be British. Then we had.
I'm sure somebody will tell us. Yes, he is. We have Nothing But Ink, a Montgomery Inc. Fort Collins novella, 1001 Dark Nights by Carrie Ann Ryan, narrated by Teddy Hamilton and Jacob Morgan.
That seems to be a fairly popular combination. And
yes.
That one also came out on the 25th. Then we had
His Fresh Start, Cowboy, Woods Ranch Book 1 by A.M. Arthur, narrated by Michael Dean.
Guns and Hoses. Sorry, I'm going back in Discord. They're popping up pictures of that series, and that's they definitely meant cock with that hoses line there. His Fresh Start Cowboy is also Michael Dean. That came out on the 25th. That is, in fact, Michael Dean on the cover. Then
if you wore a cowboy hat. Embers, Scales and Spells, Book 5 by A.J. Sherwood and Jocelyn Drake, narrated by Joel Leslie.
Who is kind of British. He's a little British.
He
came from a British colony, so kind of British. That one 25th as well. Then we had
Fall of the Demon Prince, Rest in a Demon's Embrace, Book 1.
Come on, just do it. Do it. Come on, do it.
Tina Lynch, Blue Jay, narrated by Ewan Chung.
Everybody Ewan Chung tonight. Everybody. Sorry. That one came out on the 25th as well. Then we had
Something Fabulous, Book 1 by Alexis Hall. He's a very good author. Narrated by Nicholas Bolton.
Now, is Alexis a he, a she, a they?
Yes,
Do we?
He.
Excellent. Well, Alexis is one that
he
we've not had.
He did a Banged by the Billionaire series.
I thought you were going to say bullion, Banged by the
I
Bullion
almost
series.
did.
those little cubes you put in your ramen, those things are fucking delicious. I'd be banged by that.
He did a series that I absolutely loved and pretty much binge listened to for an entire weekend.
Nice. Well, I don't think we've had Alexis Hall. If Alexis Hall, if you ever listen to this and you want to come on to talk to the Beard, you are one that I've not spoken to yet, and I'd love to have you.
I think he's very shy, so he probably won't.
Yeah, the shy people are scared of doing the I don't get, like, all I do is ask questions and make. I mean,
you can be intimidating.
It's the Beard. Maybe if I had like a talk to the little less of a Beard show, then they would, like I'd trim it down. People are intimidated by the Beard. That could be why they've, I'm just saying, I've noticed it in the past where people are like, oh, it's John. Oh my God. And then now I'm not sure if that's the Beard or just my nose or what it is about me. But anyways, that one came out on the 25th as well. The 25th was a big day. Then we had
About Last Night.
Oh, Knoxton I see what Knights. They did there. I see what they did there.
Knoxton Knights, Book 1 by Michaela, words are hard, Cole, narrated by Jacob Nichols.
Actually, somebody in the crowd has had a great idea that we should put up a shadow screen in front of me so that they won't. Maybe what I should do is I should have a shadow screen, but I will have Michael Dean's face on the shadow screen so I can, because he's a really good looking man. And I could have like that right there. So when they're talking to me, and then I can distort my voice. So it'll be like this the whole time, and on the shadow screen, and the Michael Dean face, and then like that. What do you think? That'd be a little less intimidating, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure how Michael would feel about that.
Well, I'm taking your silence as, basically Darth Vader. I'm taking your silence as approval, so that's a good thing. About Last Night, that one came out on the 25th.
You got several no's about that.
Yeah, no means yes, and yes means anal. Next, we had
Six Packs and Snowflakes. No, shows blah, blah, blah. Oh my God.
Millennials? What?
Six Packs and Snowshoes. Hearts of Snow Lake, Book 5 by Ashton Cade. narrated by Cam Walker.
Excellent.
That also came on the 25th.
25th was a big fucking day. And this
It
next
was.
one here, you were excitedly last night, you contacted me and said, I missed one. And I think that was this one right here.
Yes. A Stroke of Brilliance, Arcane Hearts Book 2 by Nasri Noor, narrated by Zachary Johnson.
Now, a lot of people
That's the reason why.
Right. A lot of people have been waiting for this book, apparently. Is this the follow-up to the Purple Alien thing? Because there's purple on the cover, and it's Zach, I can only assume. Is that one, or is this another one? Because I didn't think Nasri Noor was the name of that author, so.
No. There was no aliens as far as I'm aware of.
I don't know. You know, I don't
That was a
read
different
these
author.
things. I don't know. Different,
Taste of Fever was book 1.
Right. Well, because that author was Kira, right? We had Kira on the show, so that's a different author. This is something different, but it's book 2, so you've read book 1 or listened to it. Am I right about that?
Not yet. I haven't, but I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, what the fuck are you waiting on? I mean, he looks like a sexy man. He's got an electrifying gauntlet.
I was listening to something else, and then I started something else.
And here's a segue into that. Look at that.
Yes. I was listening to Songs of Weston by Marie Sexton, narrated by you.
That's me. Was this the first? And actually, I'm not playing dumb here. I just can't remember. Is this the first one or the second one? I can't remember.
First one.
First one? Excellent.
I've been really wanting to listen to the second one, but I knew I needed to listen to the first one first.
The first one was good. The second one was fucking fantastic. The first one's good. It's solid. That's a good read. But the second one, I'm telling you, and you definitely have to listen to the first one before the second one, but it is absolutely worth. Sorry, this is your review. I'm going to back out now. It feels like I've read this. So you tell me what you thought of this, and don't pay any attention. Don't be intimidated because of my beard and I'm here. Pretend that I'm Michael Dean.
No. No. That wouldn't be good either. Anyway, I gave this one 3 bullets. We did this book for the audio book club in Discord because we all voted on it, and I really wanted to listen to it. Lotta loved it. I enjoyed it. I wasn't really sure I would be able to get through it, but I really wanted to listen to book 2, so for a couple chapters I almost stopped, but I really wanted to find out how it ended, and it finally sucked me in. Not the way you're thinking, John, so stop it. This was my first Marie Sexton book, and it was in my wish list for a very long time. The narrator for this one did a really good job telling the story and made some pretty noises as well.
This is
I finally got to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It only took like 15 chapters.
Yeah, this is an extremely slow burn, and this is this book is not about sex. It's just not.
No,
it's
but
about
when they get into it, they really get into it.
Oh yeah, no, it gets hot and heavy. This book is a very slow burn, and it's about a huge buildup of a relationship. And the
chanting. I need a snippet of that chanting. It put me to sleep.
Yeah, there's a copyright, and the narrator's an asshole. I don't really know what to tell you about all that. But there is
stuck in my head for a while.
There's like a chanting thing, and there's a whole story that goes on about that too. But I need to, like, for everyone out there, like, this is not a book for everybody. It's just not. This is not like, if you want your quick sexy time thing, this is not it. If you want just an immaculately built story with world building and all that, this is it. It's fucking phenomenal. And again, the real payoff is book 2. That's where, in my opinion, book 2 from this author.
Because we were in there when you were doing book 2, and I got into book 2 a whole lot bit more than I did book 1. But I knew I had to listen to book 1 before I got into book 2.
Yeah, it takes that entire build. There's so much world building and everything else involved. Now, that being said, too, this is somebody asked in the crowd, transgender romance. It absolutely is, and I think book 2 is more so about that. I can't remember the delineation there between the two.
Yeah, book 2 is the transgender.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fucking phenomenal. Also, this author, when Marie contracted me for this book, Marie said, "This is my favorite work that I've ever done. And I'm not really sure how it's going to go over." It was an older thing at that point. It had been out for several years, and she was re-releasing it. And it's the only time that Marie doesn't listen to audiobooks. I don't think she's ever heard me before. But it's the only time she ever actually gave me notes on a book. It was that important to her. I will agree, in my opinion, this is Marie's best work ever. It's phenomenal. But it's a different animal. So,
well, I mean, like I said, I can't say yes or no on that one because this is my first Marie Sexton book, because I'm going to try again to get into the Heretic Club series. I think. Oh, I just moved that. The One Man's Trash. I'm going to try so hard once again to try to get into that one.
It's Marie's not for everybody. Marie is a this is a good topic for us too, because as you know, I use you and the rest of the Discord crowd and everybody else to kind of let me know what people are into, because I don't know. I'm not an audiobook. I would not read most of this genre if people were not paying me to do it. It's not my favorite thing, and mostly because I don't seek out the sexy times. This is not my.
I don't always.
But you do. It's kind of what you get into sometimes, and it's totally cool. It's fine.
Yeah, the book I'm listening to right now, which will be next week, has plenty of that and more to spare.
Yeah, this is it's its own animal. You can't even put it really in a category. It is an MM romance. It is.
It's like paranormal type almost too.
Yep, and there's a bit of dystopian kind of tossed in there as well, because it's in kind of an alternate universe kind of deal. America, I think, really looking at the map of the way she laid it out. And there's also a bit of Western in there too, and it's its own thing. I will guarantee you this: you've never read anything like it before, and you won't read anything like it again.
Nope.
But bottom line, that's what we got for the week. I'm glad that you liked that book. I loved working on it. I hope that I get to work with Marie again at some point. That's what we got. If you're watching this on YouTube, there are links. Well, actually, you have to watch it on YouTube. It's the only place. But there are links below to all the books that Alyssa just talked about. So if you want to click on those, we still haven't done the whole. Amazon gives us money if you buy the book from that link thing, so it really doesn't matter to me whether you fucking do it or not, but they're there for your convenience, so if you want to click on those to get any one of the books, and we will see you all next week. Here's the part where all you got to do is wave at the camera. There you go.